All right, I'm on my lunch break, right? So the whole purpose of me posting these videos ain't for views, ain't for likes, ain't for comments. As far as I'm concerned, this is just a way for me to get my message to anybody who cares about me in the event that anything happens to me and I'm not able to speak up for myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody speaking up for me. I don't want nobody going around talking about, oh, this is what he would have wanted for his kids or for his loved ones or whatever the case is. No, nigga. Send them to this YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, look at these videos I'm posting. Fuck that shit. Alright? So, especially my boys, especially my boys and my daughter and shit, you know what I'm saying? If anything ever happened to me, I want y'all to understand that the shit I talk about in these videos, this is a reflection of the inside of my mind and what I'm learning on a day-to-day basis and the realizations I'm coming to as I live my life and I, you know what I'm saying, get up in age type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what's on my mind today is when I look back on my life, right, I made a lot of bad decisions chasing happiness. I wanted to be happy. I thought that that's what life was about. You know what I'm saying? But as I grow mentally, I've realized that most of life is not happiness. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll put it to you like this. Most of life ain't good shit happening. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to be able to find the happiness in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? How I've started looking at shit like, so life is full of challenges. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at it like this, I see life like this. Life is full of mostly challenges with little breaks of good shit in between. But it's mostly challenges, right? It's mostly shit that you would see as adversity, challenges, bad shit happening in your life. And it's up to you to figure out how to overcome that and persevere through those bad times to be able to either make progress or basically just maintain and keep fighting type shit. It's up to you to conquer those challenges and be able to find happiness in doing that and in the midst of those types of situations. But what I'm starting to see on the net is a lot of people are making, and I'm not even talking about like kids. Like, I don't count that shit because as a kid, that's how I thought too. You know what I'm saying? I just got done telling y'all that's how I used to think. Chasing happiness through life, through all my decisions, making bad decisions based off that. But I was a kid when I thought like that. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid and young adult and just all in all, I was just immature mentally. My mind wasn't as developed then as it is now. But I'm talking about adult motherfuckers. Motherfuckers with families and kids and just people who've reached the age where they should know better. I'm starting to see a lot of people make decisions with lifelong consequences based on chasing happiness. Alright? And I'll give y'all a few examples, right? This ain't shitting on people who do this kind of shit, by the way. I'm not trying to, well, I don't give a fuck about triggering because at the end of the day, it is what it is, but I just want to let it be known I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. Look at OnlyFans models for instance, right? I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm not saying that they chasing happiness, but they chasing money. And a lot of people associate money with happiness. So that's the reason why I put it in this bracket. But see, a lot of these women, they go and they put themselves out there. And then when they start growing mentally and realizing, okay, that's not who I want to be no more, they done already made the decision. They already have to deal with the consequences. And to be honest with you, once something's on the net, it's on the net, bro. There ain't shit you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't erase that shit. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself out there, and then next thing you know, it's millions and millions and millions of websites. You on there. You can't erase yourself from all of them. You can't. That's just not how it works, bro. And you know what I'm saying? That's just something they'll have to live with for the rest of their life. And I truthfully feel sorry for the women who go through them types of phases in life, and then they want to change, and it feels like they can't get away from their past because they done made them types of decisions in the midst of emotion, or in the midst of chasing something that's fleeting, like money or happiness. It comes, it goes. You know what I'm saying? But the consequences, you gotta live with it and just eventually learn to accept the shit. Okay, another example is I'm starting to see a lot of grown people go around basically talking about their childhood and how it was all fucked up, and how exposing their parents for doing certain shit, you know what I'm saying, that was unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, or may or may not. I'm to be honest with you, I'm starting to see a lot of people exposing their parents or trying to expose their parents, and their parents weren't even bad parents, bro. Their parents weren't even doing anything wrong, bro. They just want to look like the victim, and they want to get people on their side. They want people to see them as the victim so they can gain followers and sympathy and all these types of things. It's mainly women. I don't really see this from men much, but women for sure I see doing this shit. And then the men who do it, I be honest with you, bro, you just look like a female. When you do and say shit like that, you know what I'm saying, putting your business out there and shit like that as a grown ass man, like as a man, or as somebody who's over the age of 18, 21, you making yourself look you making yourself look bad. You're not making them look bad. Whoever you talking about, you're not making them look bad. And this goes for, you know what I'm saying, parents. You know what I'm saying? This goes for people talking about their parents, or people talking about their marriage, relationships, all that kind of shit. Whenever you putting other people's business out there like that, you really making yourself look fucked up. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a 26-year-old man. And I'm not saying I'm just now coming to this realization, but I'm just now getting to the point to where I'm trying to put my foot down, and I'm really trying to stop myself, you know what I'm saying, from doing or saying anything that's going to throw smut on my own legacy. And these people that you are tied in with, your family, your parents, your cousins, your aunties, your aunts, your ex-wives and ex-husbands and ex-girlfriends and all this shit, these people are part of your legacy, bro. Why would you want to throw dirt on that? Why would you want to throw smut on your own legacy to try to make somebody else look bad? And at the end of the day, them people going on with their life. They don't give a fuck what you say about them on the net. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta realize how important your last name is, bro. And you gotta don't do it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect, and people gonna find out what they find out. People gonna hear what they hear. There's rumors, all sorts of shit. But you don't gotta be the one to add to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be the one who's going around. Think about it like this, bro. If you talking shit about your mama or your daddy, talking about they did this, they did that, all people is looking at you like, okay, you a product of that. So there's a chance that if you went through that type of abuse, that if I get with you, me or the kids me and you might have together, might have to deal with some of the fucked up shit you went through. Because you obviously ain't healed from the shit, because you talking about it on the net and in front of millions of strangers that don't give a fuck about you. It's fucked up, Jay. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm to the point to where when it comes to these types of things, I'm not focused on trying to make the world feel my pain that I went through with certain people. I'm focused on trying to find peace within myself. That's what it's about to me. I just want to be able to sleep at night peacefully. I want to be able to actually heal from the shit. And I you know what I'm saying? I'm grown enough to realize that coming to the net and or even being in person, because this don't just go for the net. This goes for in person. When you around other people, especially people, even people you trust, it's just certain shit you just don't tell them, bro. Just don't tell them. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, it's the shit that go on behind closed doors, bro. Just keep that shit to yourself. I'll be honest with you. Like, if you got a shrink, that's one thing, but going around talking about your personal business and the shit that goes on behind closed doors and shit like that, people don't give a fuck. People don't give a fuck. I'll be honest with you. People do not give a fuck, man. Even if you in a situation, even if you're in a situation where somebody else is trauma dumping you, or I'm just using y'all lingo. I'm not even gonna be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just heard somebody else say this shit on the net, trauma dump. That's you know what they're calling it. When you around somebody else and they trauma dumping to you, that don't mean you gotta trauma dump back to feel connected to that person. A lot of the time, you can just listen. A lot of the time, you can just listen. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's making you uncomfortable, like me, sometimes I be having to tell motherfuckers sometimes, hey, look, don't tell nobody else that shit, Jack. that just made me uncomfortable. I don't want to hear that shit. Or I'll tell somebody, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. Don't tell me that. I do not care. Sometimes I can be a little too blunt to where it make me look socially awkward, but I don't give a fuck, Jack. Like, if I don't care about something, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck, bitch. The fuck out my face with that shit. You knew not to tell me that shit. Why? I'm a stranger, bitch. I don't really know you like that. And even if I did, it's just still certain shit you supposed to preserve to keep the integrity of your bloodline and your story and your legacy, Jack. And there's a lot of grown motherfuckers walking around here that don't understand it. And I'll be honest with you, like, growing up amongst this shit and seeing this shit, I feel weird in a bit. Because all the shit that really is weird in a bit has become socially acceptable. I feel backwards, Jack. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of flaws. But I'm going to tell you one thing. That's the reason why I'm making this video. Is because that's one flaw I definitely, before this point, I had, as a youngin', I did used to go around talking about some of the trauma that I've been through behind closed doors in situations that nobody was really supposed to know about, to be honest with you. But I was going through the shit. I was going through emotions that I didn't know how to deal with as a child. And that was the way I chose to deal with it. Just go around talking about it. Hope, I just wanted somebody to feel where I was coming from. So if you're going around doing this shit, I understand where you're coming from and why you're doing what you're doing. But I'm just letting you know that you're hurting yourself more than anybody else. I was watching this video and it was this broad, right? And she was talking about, she was on TikTok and she said, I went no contact with my mom because she was abusive and she harassed me and this, that, and the third. And it's like, all I could think to myself is, I'm a stranger, man. I'm a stranger. I'm just watching a fucking YouTube video, bitch. I don't even know your name, bitch. And you already ruining your image to me. From your own mouth. It's one thing to see some shit about somebody on the net that didn't come from that person, and it's like, okay, I know not to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know to take that shit with a grain of salt. If I didn't see some shit happen, it ain't happen. But if it came out your motherfucking mouth, man, come on, Jack. Come on. You making yourself look bad, bro. And so if you one of my kids and you watching this right now, just understand, bro. Like, when you at the height of your emotions and you don't know how to deal with the shit, the best thing you can do is nothing. If you going through emotions and shit and it's hard to deal with the shit, cool off before you do anything about it. Cool off and use your brain. Trying to tell you, Jack. Because lifelong consequences don't go away. You're going to have to deal with the shit. Alright? Once it's done, it's done. And I'll give you one more example that just came to my mind. I was just finna end the video, but I can't end it before for bringing this shit up. When I say emotions, I'm talking about all emotions. And yeah, that includes the birds and the bees. Yeah, that includes when you feel I'm trying to think of the most mature way to put it, but sexual emotions as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people bring kids into this world with people they not gonna be with for the rest of their life. And it's based on emotions. Strong emotions they feel for that person. Strong emotions they feel within themselves that they don't know how to control it. They don't know what to do with it. So they make bad decisions. And those bad decisions last them consequences for the rest of their life, Jay. Yeah. It's fucked up. Because they bring these kids into this world and and these kids don't deserve the trauma they go through. They don't. They didn't ask to be here. It's fucked up. Yeah. So, I'll be honest with you, bro. When it comes down to making decisions and you chasing happiness or you're dealing with emotions that are overwhelming and you don't know what to do about it, you just gotta think about it like this. Don't do nothing that's gonna fuck you up in the long run. Don't do anything that you gonna look back on and regret. Don't do anything that's gonna put you in a situation where you gotta deal with lifelong consequences. Cause I done the shit too many times. That's why I can tell you. Yeah. Right now I'm dealing with lifelong consequences, Jack. In many ways. Yeah. But guess what? The internet ain't gonna know about it. The internet ain't gonna know what I mean when I say that. Only I know. Because I'm trying to preserve the integrity of my bloodline. I'm trying to preserve the reputation of myself, my family, and everybody involved. I don't give a fuck whether or not we on good terms. That shit don't matter to me because if I'm sitting on here bashing somebody else, that don't do nothing but make me look like a schmuck. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. Yeah. That's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.